I do not have to work your extra shift. I do not have to work your overtime. I do not have to stay double time shift if I don't want to. Hey, nurse CEOs. It is Crystal P, the Beauty NP. And I just wanted to come in and talk a little bit about the episode that I missed. I don't even remember where I was, but that is with Miss Star of She Building Her.
Welcome to the Nurse Boss Shift. It's your girl, Dr. Kiiyonna Jones. And I have a very special guest, Miss Star Melancon, who is coming in to drop some financial tea for my nurses.
My name is Star Malone. My company is She Building Her, so I'm a financial strategist. I help women transition from making money to building sustainable wealth.
I know you guys are probably wondering, where is my business bestie? Well, she's not here today. So this will be just Star and I who are going to dive in to the financials, break open the books, and really talk to you nurses about some things that we're going to have to change.
I was able to go back and listen to the episode that her and Dr. Jones did. And I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that they talked about doing a part 2 because it's definitely a conversation I want to be a part of. And just listening to that episode really resonated with me.
People end up wiping out their retirement account before they retire. It's a fickle, dangerous game out there. Knowing that you can invest as little as $500 a month and it can make you a millionaire by retirement, that should be something on everybody's to-do list.
I need a part 2 to this. I need more. I want to talk about setting our kids up right. So I'm already going to let you know that we need another one.
I just wanted to talk just for a few minutes about us nurses really getting it together and getting our finances in order and really getting a grip on that, right? Because we saw that in the pandemic, nurses were making buku money on these traveling contracts, and the problem still remains the same. Like, out of COVID, we should have had so many nurse entrepreneurs. We should have had, and not even necessarily in creating a business somewhere else for you to work, but just nurses investing in themselves, in their future, and getting their finances in order. And we still see that it still remains a problem. So we know that finances is not, or money, the tangible thing that money is not the issue. It's the mindset. And I was listening to the episode, and when Star was talking about how us nurses calculate things in shifts, and it's like, want more, work more mentality. And that kind of was an aha moment for me, because I had just told a friend that I was thinking about getting a financial advisor, counselor, or something. And she's like, well, why? Like, you've always had money, you seem to be good with money, pay your bills. I never heard you complain, such and such. And I'm like, yeah, but that's because when I want more, I work more, versus putting my money into the investments that I know I need to make. So I just want to speak to you nurses out there to make sure you are learning about money. If you have deficiencies, especially if you're thinking about going into entrepreneurship, I say this all the time. If you realize within yourself that you have deficiencies you need to work on, then be okay with getting someone to help, or accountability partner, or something like that. I know that I really need to go back to the basics of sitting down and writing a budget. As much as my mom would love to say that she taught me about money, she taught me about working hard. She too was a nurse, so she taught me, like, hard work can get you this. She used to always show us her checks, but I know that those checks came along with working a lot of shifts, right? She would show us her overtime, how much she made with overtime checks, all for the purposes of, you go to college, you work hard, you can have nice vacations and things like that. When in reality, we need to start putting our money to work for us and learn how to work smarter and not harder. So those are things that I want to learn. I've always seen my parents had money. So there was no real, like, we're budgeting, this is how a budget works, we have to stick to it. If it's out of budget, no, we're not getting it, et cetera, et cetera. hope I'm not coming off sounding really spoiled, but I say all that to say that that hustling mentality of nursing its shifts and all that has been embedded in me. And I don't want to live that type of life because nursing is hard these days. So I don't want to have to work all these shifts or have to work all these hours. So that's why we as nurses have to take it back to the basics. We are in such a great space to be able to start to start businesses and side hustles. I feel like because as nurses, we have something to fall back on. I think about all those people who spend their last dime and they, quit their job that they thought was their dream job because they wanted to pursue their passion, which is entrepreneurship. And those people have really nothing to fall back on. But as nurses, we can always go out and get a job. We can always pick up something on the side if it's not working out. But we need to start learning how to invest our money more so than learning how to get involved in a business. We need to start learning how to invest our money, how to have these side businesses so that we can write things off on our taxes and not give Uncle Sam all our money. We need to put time into learning those things as much as we learn everything else. And it's okay, as I said, to go back to the basics. Learn how to make a simple budget. If your budget is $50 and it's $75, you have to have the self-control to say no. So I just wanted to come drop that word. I was so inspired and really touched by the episode with Star that I felt like we will definitely have to have a part 2. And I just wanted to come in and just be that extra nudge for nurses to really start thinking about their finances and creating generational wealth. There's so many tools that the rich use that we may not be accustomed to or know about, different life insurance policies that can be used for children's college funds or buying them cars, and just setting up your kids for college and having a better life or a better start than you had. Maybe not having to pay off student loans or not having student loans, not having any college debt at all, things like that. So, and we want to just plan for ourselves. We don't want to be those nurses who are 60, 70 or late 60, 70 years old working because they have to. I know a lot of nurses who are older working because they can't sit still. My mom is one of them, can't sit still and just love to be moving. But for the majority of us, we do not want to have to work. So I really want nurses to, be the revolution and change things and just start making smarter investments. What if we all came together and invested in a hospital, a nurse-owned hospital? That would be something that's amazing. There's so much that we can do as nurses. We just have to change our mindset and figure out the money part, because they want us to just keep working and thinking that adding these bonuses is going to keep bringing us in to work and slave ourselves and just work under these conditions we don't want to. And we don't have to do that, because we are not going to be persuaded by money, because guess what? We have those side businesses and we have those investments. So I do not have to work your extra shift. I do not have to work your overtime. I do not have to stay double time shift if I don't want to. So let's get to that area, nurses. If you have any extra comments about that episode that you would like to share, what was your aha moment, please go ahead and comment those and let us know what you're thinking. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, please put those comments under there. Would love to hear from you, hear what you guys are thinking, hear how you're loving the show, hear any other topics that you want us to explore. So thanks again for listening to the Nurse Boss Shift, where shift happens, and I hope I was able to inspire you today. Take care.